All right, today I'm going to show you all my top 5 questions I get asked about doing a person-to-person car title transfer in Texas. I've made a few videos about how to sign your title as a buyer, how to sign your title as a seller. Today, I'm taking some of the questions that I get asked most frequently, and I'm going to answer them here. I will also link the video on how to do the title transfer up there so you can take a look at it and see. So just this week I had a couple of people call, and I always ask, are you a Texas resident? Because these videos are predominantly made for folks that reside in Texas. So just to clarify, this is a Texas car title we're talking about. A lot of these things will be sort of universal. However, you're going to want to check with your state's specific laws if you're not in Texas. So in no particular order, item number 1, do I have to sign the front of the title? This one I'm going to give you as an understandably could be confusing. No, you do not have to sign the front of the title. This was sort of a thing back in the day. Remember when you'd get a credit card and it would tell you to sign the back of your credit card so that the clerk at the store could match the signatures? But in reality, all it did was teach the forgers and thieves how to sign your name if they stole your credit card. Same sort of principle. You do not have to sign the front of the title. The Texas Title Guide, which is hard for most people to find, actually says this. Every tax office in Texas knows this. People out of state may sometimes have a problem with it, but the Texas Title Guide says you do not have to sign the front of the title anymore. All right, question number 2, and these are probably not in the order of most importance or most frequently. They were just when I started jotting down and looking through the comments, this is what I came up with. And that's the question of, if 2 people are on the title, do 2 people need to sign it? Yes, they do. If the title says Joe Smith, Barbara Smith, that means there's 2 owners on that vehicle and they need to sign it, both of them. Now, there is only one line on the back of the title that says signature of seller and printed name of seller. So maybe this is where people get confused, but what Texas expects you to do is write your name in itty bitty bitty font. And you can do left and right side of the line. You can do on the line for one signature and right below it for another. You can do it both on top. You just have to find a way to make both signatures and both printed names fit on the title. Conversely, if you're buying a car and you want it in 2 people's names, you have to do the same thing there with the signature of buyer line. So yes, 2 people's name on the title, 2 people have to sign the back. Another one, this is sort of a part B. We'll call this 2B. I've seen titles, and you might have too, that say Joe Smith, Barbara Smith, survivor rights. People sometimes mistakenly think that that means if one of those people has died, the other person just has to sign, and that is not accurate. Survivor rights means the person that is still living takes their death certificate and their title to the county and is issued a new title in their name without the deceased spouse on it. For you as a buyer or seller, you cannot use that title with a single signature in lieu of a deceased person. So just something to be aware of. Maybe I created this problem myself, but people commonly ask me, do I need the 130U application for title? And particularly buyers. Well, I didn't get an application for title from the seller. All right, let me clarify on that. The county wants the application for title signed by the buyer. 99% of the counties will let you slide if you do not have one signed by the seller. When I make the videos about how to sell your title, sell your car and what to sign and blah, 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 that's just to make things go smoother and have everything you need all in one place. So if you are selling your car and you do not sign an application for title, it's not going to be a big deal. And if you are buying a car and your seller didn't give you an application for title, it's not a big deal. Print one out online or just go to your tax office and they'll probably fill it out for you and just tell you to sign, but not a deal breaker, not really required in order to transfer your title. Hey guys, just wanted to take a second to tell you thank you for watching my video, and of course, now it's time for the shameless plug where I ask you to give me a like, a subscribe, and a comment about my video. I recently found out when looking at my YouTube information that only about 5% of my people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. And I think I know why. I mean, generally you YouTube or you Google search the question that you have, usually about car titles, and then it shows you my video. You get the information you need and you move on. That's all well and good. But if you could take a minute and just hit that subscribe button, maybe leave me a comment below. Hey, where did you find this video? Did you find this video looking on YouTube? Did you Google me to find this video? Are you a return subscriber who likes to look at my content? I'd really like to know where my people are sourcing my videos from. And if you could give a like and a subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. There's a playlist with plenty of other videos, behind the scenes videos, Texas title issue videos, and of course the walk around videos for the cars that we actually sell. Believe it or not, we really generally are a used car dealer, not a YouTuber. But if you could do those things for me, I would sincerely appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and now we'll get you back to your video. Thanks again. Okay, this one kind of makes me chuckle. And that is, does the signature need to be notarized? Now, my wife says I can sometimes be a little bit of a jerk or mean to people. But let me answer your question with a question. Can you show me on the document where it says or has a place for a notary? No. The signature on the title does not need to be notarized. The signature on the 130U does not need to be notarized. Texas does not require that. Texas does not even require a notarization on a limited power of attorney that you can print out for Texas. In that case, all it requires is the photo ID of the person that has granted the power of attorney. Just something to think about. So no notarization needed for a simple title transfer. Here's another one I get pretty frequently, and I'm going to tag it with a part B. And that question is, do I need to keep my plates when I sell a car? That answer, also no. Not required, really not even suggested. And here's why. When you get your title in the mail, when it's your car, and it comes and you fold it open, there's a little comment on that top part that you tear off that tells you to file your notification of vehicle transfer. This is so responsible for traffic tickets and things like that, and people getting tolls a year later. The notification of vehicle transfer is part B on this. It is a form that you fill out. You can do it two ways. You can go online, which is the most effective way for Texas notification of vehicle transfer, or you can download a form and mail it in. In that form, you identify your vehicle, your name, then the date that you sold the vehicle, and who you sold it to. And what that will do is it reduces or eliminates your liability if that car is used in a crime or impounded, used in a hit and run, any of those things. Because what happens so frequently is people are dirtbags and they don't go do their title transfer immediately like they're supposed to. The law requires a title transfer done within 30 days of buying a car. Especially if you're selling a less expensive car, maybe dealing with a little bit lower economical status buyer. If your tags are still good, they're probably going to run on them until they run out. So by you filling out that notification of vehicle transfer, you do not have to worry that somebody has a car that is still registered in your name. You have to understand that the only way the state knows that you no longer own the vehicle is by a title transfer, which means they have to go in and do it, or by you sending in your notification of vehicle transfer. So make sure when you're selling a car that you turn in your notification of vehicle transfer. Along those lines, when you're writing in your name on the back, you need to sign it exactly as it appears on the front. No full name if your short name is on the front. No middle initial if your full middle name. Exactly as it appears on the front. Also, you want that buyer to write in their name and address in front of you before you sign, because then you can take a photocopy or a picture of the front and back of your title and fill out your notification of vehicle transfer. This will force the buyer to go and register the car in their name. Otherwise, you may be selling it to somebody that has the intention of reselling it, and they're going to just turn around and hand the title that you signed over to their buyer. You don't want that. Force them to go and do the title transfer. Have them write their name in. Make sure you're signing your name exactly as it appears on the front of the title, and do your notification of vehicle transfer. Those are must-dos when you're selling a car.